I ever soared. And I ain't even close to done. It's just the beginning, so let me tell you first we was. And my bad baby, you was loving my love and I had you going crazy. Oh, it was your body that I had to try. I told you my touch gives you a rush that you can't deny. Girl, I got this feeling stronger than Marvin gets sexual healing. So let me give it to you and only you, cause you're that special. Know that you're special, just like the wind. I'm in love with your body, every piece of your skin. Just know that I love you. Just know that I trust you. Oh yeah. No need to fight it, just try it and let my hands go. Wherever I put them, baby, it's sure to show.
Good evening and welcome everyone to Cigar Sundays. I am Chef Earl Pearl at DBCHEFTV across all social media platforms, always joined by the illustrious Cigarden Panel with at I am Jazz Garcelle and the God Ali Dawu L at BK Soul Farms. Welcome everyone for tuning in. Peace, God. What's good with it, man? What's good with it? Hold up, we can't. Let me get you in. Let me get you in here.
Oh, you got me?
Got you in here, guy.
Peace, power, and profit, yo, son. Peace, God, yo. Everything is good. Everything is powerful and productive, bro. Like it's been a really good couple days, man. Seeing things come to fruition, right? Setting goals and actually accomplishing them. Like it feels real good. So let's keep it going.
Let's keep that going. Yes, indeed. Anybody who's joining us, make sure to like and share the video. Also, do us a favor and subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you can know when we go live and we drop in this good old Cigar Sundays content. Also, we try to make our best effort to be live every Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern time. So, y'all come out and join us. Also, hit the chat, y'all. Make sure y'all comment. If you want to come up and say something, speak on the topics that we talking about, please do. Hit the chat. The link is in the description. And, we're going to go ahead and get into this show this evening. Man, we talking about integrity.
That's powerful.
A forgotten quality. That's what it appears to be. And like every other word we say, is it bad, good, or misunderstood? And that's kind of like what we lead off with. And then we break down everything from there. We dissect it, analyze it, get critical. And tonight, that's what we're doing with integrity.
You don't put a definition of God?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, let's start from the tip top, right? So we can actually break it down, because good, bad, and misunderstood.
Okay. Let's do this right here. Okay. So integrity, the quality. Let's go ahead. Let's look at it like this. The quality of being honest and having strong moral principles, moral uprightness, similar to honesty, uprightness, rectitude, probity, honor, honorableness, upstandingness, good character, ethics, morals, righteousness, nobility, high-mindedness, right-mindedness, virtue,
Golly.
decency, fairness, scrupulousness, sincerity, truthfulness, trustworthiness,
Oh man, God.
a state of being whole and undivided, similar, unity, unification, wholeness, coherence, cohesion, undividedness. What else we got? Togetherness, solidarity, a coalition, um, man, integrity. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, so that's a lot of work.
That's a lot of work, ain't it?
So right off the bat, out of all those words, the number one problem word for me that makes integrity misunderstood is morality and morals, right? Because I'm saying that that's man-made. There is no universal right or wrong, right? It's something different for everybody. Like every culture has their, what they do right or wrong. Every household, so there's no universal God that governs everybody, that everybody acknowledges and saying based off that code of morality, we're gonna do X, Y, and Z. Like it's different, and everybody pick and choose. So that word alone is troublesome for me. But everything else, not just alluded to, but it almost outright said you got to be accountable and a responsible person, right? You got to be truthful. You got to be honest. You got to be righteous, upright, right? Um, and even on the vaguest sense of morality or what it is to be moral, that just sounds like another word for being good.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
forget about the other aspects of what it is to be moral, right? Um, Ultimately, I think everybody's trying to get to being good.
Yeah. And that looks different for everybody. What good looks like is different for everybody.
And that's my personal problem. You know what I'm saying?
But there's no universal good. Nah,
Right? I ain't like
there is no universal good.
just
It's what your version of it is.
and 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 that is the truth that we deny, and we use words like morality and you got to be moral or just, right? And whose rules are you justifying? Are you being just under, right? Like these United States, like I don't know.
I mean, when you get charged for every crime, so, so it would be good to have some moral guidance about yourself, unless you unless you like the charges or
It's like
being
the
away
charge
from your family
because they
because you think
charge,
they charge, you
right?
know,
Like a red light ticket is $150, right? That's a real charge, right? That's a
speeding
slow
in a speeding
slow down.
in a construction zone. I've seen that. I thought I seen one time. This is no lie. I think I seen one time. It was like it's $1,000.
I seen one that said triple the whatever the speed limit is. It's I'm like, man, how many people had to die in order for them to make the punishment this steep
Right.
to make people slow down or quote unquote do the right thing? Because in my mind, that's what the laws are there for, right? To save lives and protect everybody.
Deter as deter. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. But then when people not taught it, then it's like, they probably gonna break it first. before there's a point of a period of enlightenment where it's like, you know,
right?
man,
Which makes morality tough, right? But that, like I said, everything else is I think colloquially, we say integrity is what they say, doing the right thing even when nobody's looking, right? Like that's how they, I guess that's how they would say what it would look like, or how would you know if you being integral or not, right? And if you do what you're supposed to do, or what you think is the right thing, not even what's right, but what is right to you. If you do that all the time, then you're practicing integrity. Forget about the universal right and wrong, right? Like and that's hard.
that is well, it says it's a quality. Okay, the quality of being honest. Like, I don't think
A quality, that's interesting.
I don't think that being honest is difficult. I don't. I'm learning that being honest can be hurtful to other people, but me being honest to myself and being honest with other people, I don't think that's difficult. And that I do believe that's a quality I possess, because my
I agree.
mindset is I'm not going to waste your time because I won't allow you to waste mine. So
I agree.
I need to be honest with you, because you're exemplifying time waster.
Correct. No, I agree. I
And
agree
I
with
don't
that.
have time to waste time with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want to build. I'm trying to do stuff. So either we doing that or you wasting time. And when I waste time, I like to waste my time pleasurably.
Yeah.
You know. So you know, and I'm still working. I'm still enjoying it. So,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
really wasting time. I'm enjoying that
yeah,
time how
yeah,
I,
yeah,
planned
yeah.
to enjoy that time.
So that when you go back to work, like you actually can enjoy your work, right? And take pleasure in your efforts, right? And when you take a step back and reflect on your labors, you like, yeah,
Yeah,
right. Work hard, play hard, work hard again, play hard again.
play hard again, right? Repeat.
Right? Like, yeah, so like all those words were hard work, bro. And so I would definitely say integrity is definitely a good thing. Just based off the definition. Like I would find it hard to say that it was bad.
Yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna say it's bad. I'm definitely not gonna say integrity is bad. Um, I was introduced to integrity. I had no knowledge of the word integrity
Hmm.
until until becoming a Mason, second, and until going into the military first. When
That's
I
the same for me.
and that was how I was introduced to the word integrity. Before, it was just telling the truth, being honest.
Wasn't the
Don't
same, but it didn't carry the same weight as it did in the military for one, and in masonry, right? It didn't carry the same weight, right? Or maybe we didn't have the same understanding,
that too.
but
Definitely didn't.
it definitely didn't carry the same weight.
It didn't to me apply before, because, like, I didn't know the knowledge of the word. I knew
Yeah.
about to be honest, to be those things, and
Hmm.
try to be that. But there was still, like, this is a word that should you should apply this to the character of who you are, the content or character of who you are.
Correct. Correct.
It's not just something that you do when convenient.
Correct. Correct.
And that's when, like, I was like, oh, okay, cool. And then you get to implement it because you're in a place, an environment that requires it, that demands it. That's like, you have to be that here. Okay. And then you go into, and then, like I said, then went into masonry, and everybody else around was rooted in them principles too. Integrity, truth, you know. So when
And
you look at,
yeah,
so when you look at those qualities and you like, okay, that's what that's what I need to build myself as a person. I need to make sure that I'm doing that with everybody. It's not just picking and choosing when to apply it, because you're gonna have times in life where you pick and choose to apply that stuff. That's a normal thing. You know, like getting pulled over and you know you were speeding. Do you know why you pulled you over? No, I don't know
nope.
why.
I have no idea because you're a
No.
jerk.
You know, you know, I don't know why.
I have no idea.
You're bored. I don't know what. You know, you profiling. I don't know, man.
That's what you put out there because I'm black.
Yeah.
I
Like, I don't know why. You know,
have no idea why you pulled me over.
of course I know I was speeding, dude. You know what I'm saying? But
Not gonna say that though.
I'm not gonna just openly admit that right then and there. You
Never.
know, and that's where I'm like, we're gonna selectively choose where to apply those things and go with them lies, you know what I'm saying, for our
Yep.
benefit. We're gonna do
Yep.
that. And that's that, you know, I'm like, that's a natural thing. I ain't ashamed to say I do it, because I do it. I do that when encountered in situations like that. But when it comes to people I love, they're better than that. They above that. I
They
place them
deserve
above
more.
that. They deserve more of an effort from me. So that's where the integrity comes in to say, you know, am I being honest? Am I being, you know, what were some of them other things they talk about? Upright, you know, am I being decent, you know? And maybe that decency, am I being fair? Am I being sincere? Um, Even the decency part about it, when they say the decency part, that's something that like when you say like the moral aspect of it, I would even say the decency part can be kind of broke down a little bit too,
Yeah.
because like if 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 the how it's being communicated is looked at as negative, then it might not be it might not be no decency, you know. But then you could say, but then you could argue the same point as if,
see, and as soon as you could argue,
yeah, then it's like you could argue and say, well, you know, it would have been indecent if I didn't inform you,
exactly.
if I
And
wasn't honest with you, and I just let you
yeah,
continue to spiral down and think that that's okay. So what's more decent? Is it more decent that you got that somebody who loves you shared it with you, or is it, or would it have been indecent for them to just enable you? You know?
and that's why I say the rest of those words are hard, right? So now there's two words, morality and decency, that are problematic, but everything else is hard and troublesome for if a person is not conscious, right? Meaning they are not actively in pursuit of being their very best person all the time. Not saying that they farts don't stink, but they are actively trying to make sure that they don't wrong anybody, that they're putting forth their best effort all the time. A person that does that like is stressed. That person.
You think? You think? Press all the way out, bro. I'd be like,
That's
man,
right, but and is
that's
what they say
all the
ignorance.
way out,
What they
God.
say ignorance is bliss, right? If you don't have those worries, if you're not constantly concerned about if you're offending somebody, or if you're actually saying what it is that's in your heart that you're trying to get out, um and you just care what I said, that's hard, right? That's lazy, and so many people are woke, but they still laying in the bed, right? They still looking at the ceiling, talking about, yeah, I'm up.
Sleep with the eyes open. That's what I call
Right. Right. Their mom's knocking on the door, talking about, you up? Yeah, I'm up. Right. Right. And because they answered, because their eyes are open, because they looking at the ceiling, because they can think, they think that they conscious. Right. And they still gotta get up. Right. And that's where the integrity comes in, because that's where all the other words apply. Because you got to wash your butt. You got to wash your mouth. You got to get yourself together. You got to get to wherever you got to get to be the best version of yourself. Your mom's done banged on the door already. Like, get up.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And to be conscious is to get your ass up and to be up. And that's work, right? So and to practice integrity is work. And like we said last week, you know, at least that's what I said, we like the lie. We prefer the lie. We are caught up in Camelot and La La Land, right? We think that a kiss will turn this frog into a prince. Right? All I gotta do is all I all I got, you know, find somebody laying down, sleep, and kiss her, and she gonna wake up, and then we gonna be living happily ever after, right? You know, we got a happily ever after in our minds that doesn't involve real life.
Yeah.
Right? Like, we want the lie. We want to constantly live in fantasy land. Like, I listen to all these comedians lately, you know, with all these controversies and these beefs, and I've been having an issue with comedians for a long time, ever since the Kings of Comedy, ever since Cedric Entertainer came out with that Black folks walking to the theater and we talk about I wish a motherfucker would. Because that was never really the truth. Yeah, it was funny, right? And
What was the joke? What was the joke?
I forget the whole thing exactly, but it was like something about you know, black folks. You know, the one thing is, you know, we walk into a theater or walk into some place, and we don't hope that somebody not sitting in our seat. We wish a motherfucker would sit in our seat so we can do some nigga shit, right?
So we
And
can miss the show.
so we can miss the show,
And
like,
get locked up.
and it bothered me so much, right? Because he was telling it funnily. It was funny the way he was saying it, but it
Right.
wasn't funny to me. And then people started saying it and taking on this persona as if it was a true statement. And I'm like, nah, you really do want to see the show though. Right? You're not wishing somebody sitting in your seat so you can punch them in their face. You really kind of hoping that the usher's around so you can be like, yo, man, I need you to do your job.
That's it. Or I could show them my tickets and be like, "This, I'm right here, bro.
I'm right here, bro.
I didn't scalp these, man. I got these on StubHub, Ticketmaster, Live Nation. Like I paid for a price, Holmes. I ain't buy. I don't never buy nothing out in front of the stadium.
Right.
So you
But
know,
what they saying is you know, everybody's looking for escapism. Everybody's looking for a
right?
way to get out of their real life, because real life is so hard and so stressful that they're looking to laugh. They're looking for somebody to take their pain and tell it in a funny way so that they can escape. You can't practice integrity if you're trying to escape reality. Right? Like, you got to be present in the moment. You got to be present. Right? You got to be present, bro. Like,
Say that again, though, God. You said you cannot practice integrity if you are trying to escape reality.
nah, bro. Like, there's no way.
It's impossible.
There's no way. Like, there's no way, that, because you are literally running away. Like, you are literally turning your back on everything that's real, right? Because that's what I'm saying, right? Like to be conscious is stressful. It is hard, right? and the majority of people are escaping as much as they can, right? As women, video games, I'm not gonna say women, I'm gonna just say sex, video games, drugs, gambling, all kind of things to
make me numb. Make me numb. Make me numb. I don't want to think about being responsible. I don't want to have no responsibilities. I don't want to be, I don't want to work. I don't want to starve. Like I don't want to work and I don't want to starve and I don't want to do nothing. I don't want to think about nothing. I just want fun. Just live. Just live. Just want to live. You know what I'm saying?
and like I just want to live, and life gotta be easy, right? Like life just gotta, and it's almost like we forgot we was babies, and we had to cry to get fed.
Right? Hey, hey, God, hey, look, God, I'm gonna take it one step further. It's almost we forgot that before we even learned to crawl, okay, we had to be comfortable with falling on our face.
Facts.
Okay.
Right.
Just getting balance on your hands to push yourself up first. Forget about pulling up on shit and then and you know what I'm saying? But just to get the crawl, you got to be able to
just defying gravity.
Yeah.
The first time.
I figured this shit out. Like, hold up.
Right. And some way along the line, we stopped wanting to be better. We stopped wanting to live life and experience, and we started wanting to escape. We started wanting the easy button, like for real. Like the easy button stopped being the thing that everybody say, sure wish it was an easy button, to we actually making easy buttons or refusing to do anything until a button come out that says the easy button, and then we mad when there are no more people doing toll, there are no more cashiers, there's no more people like at the fast food restaurants, because everything is a kiosk, and it just slides out like
robotics coming.
Like all that technology and advancement, right? It criminalized a society that is not conscious of reality, right? That's not preparing for what is absolutely happening in your face.
Yeah.
Right? Like integrity is hard, bro. Right? Like, cause even being conscious, when you surrounded by woketopia, right? And more so the Walking Dead, for real, the folks that's really sleep, right? You kind of fall in line too, right? And you just want to take care of you and yours. You know what I'm saying?
It starts to like rationalize certain behavior that we seen with people who, quote unquote, have monetary success.
Yeah.
It starts to give like, like you start to understand like, okay, now I know why they don't give back. Now I see why they don't do more. Even though, like I wish that it would be more done, even though I'm like, if I'm able to obtain that type of thing, I'm gonna try to do something different because I never been monkey see, monkey do. Right. So I'm like, that's but I understand the dynamic, and I'm realizing like when they say the saying, a saying, it was a saying that's like, when you start going forward and you start doing things and moving up in life and start being successful, like the people going to reveal to you who they are, who can't go. Like you don't even have to like do anything to try to, vet everybody who's around you. they gonna show that they don't want to be a part of where you going, and then you just have to, accept that. And that's a tough thing, but that's, that's integrity though. Like, like that to me, that's like, at least I have enough integrity to know that, to understand those situations, and I'm honest with myself about it. Some of them situations, could I have done something different? Yes. So am I a factor in it? Always, because it takes two,
Definitely.
but but it's still like, regardless of who right, who wrong, it still lets you know, like, hey, when you on this route right here, man, it's going to be some people that just ain't going to be able to come with you. And I'm gonna go ahead and reveal, the universe be like, I'm gonna go ahead and reveal it to you now, so that way you're not surprised, and
Yeah.
make it, and make it to where it doesn't where it don't hurt you, it don't cost you nothing. Because I've been in situations before where I had to, where we grow, and we grow apart from things, and even I allow myself, where some of them situations could have hurt me. And that's where, like, and that's from, even from my own actions. But I had to have enough integrity to understand, like, to be truthful and honest with it, about, but to myself first. And if a person don't have integrity about themselves, like when you said the woketopia thing, I know there's a lot of confusion between consciousness, wokeness, and, I don't know, I guess whatever other, you know,
Yeah.
but every day though, if you waking up every day, like, and saying, this is gonna be me, and I'm gonna be this to everybody, then I'm looking at it like that then you have some morals about yourself. That is your moral compass. Whoever you get that from, or if you have created it and taken it from this place and that place and this place and this place, that's where I'm kind of at with it, where, like, that's why, you heard me in the song say, fuck all religion, because that shit is division. So in that song, I'm saying that, because not dissing religious, and,
Nah.
dissing everybody else's, because everybody has their own right to their own spirituality channel, to, however they get to it, and that's fine.
Right.
I'm stepping out of it and saying, you know my integrity is to honor everybody's stuff, because it's virtues, it's values, and all of that stuff is value in Christianity, it's value in Islam, it's value in Hinduism, Buddhism, Judaism, you know Catholicism. It's some good stuff in all that. Okay. uh Comedics. Like, so when you say, okay, I'm gonna take all that stuff, and I'm gonna take this stuff here, this stuff here, this stuff here, and then this is who I'm gonna be, then I would have to say that even those religious things all have some form of integrity in them. All of them. What you translate it into, what it look like for you, is how it look like for you. But if you're gonna be a person with some integrity, then you're gonna exemplify it all the time. It's not no, like, it's not gonna be, like we said, it's gonna be certain times where, like, you're gonna be like, hey, nah, I don't know what you pulled me over for. All right. But for the most part, on a daily basis, in general, because you're not getting pulled over by the police all the time. Hopefully, if
No.
you are, then you need to be doing
Check
something.
yourself.
Yeah, you
Slow
know,
down, right?
get it together.
Put your seatbelt on. Yo, you know what I said? I say it all the time. I only got one face, and everybody get to see that same face. You either like it or you don't. And really, I'm really just trying to get what I need, right? So if I'm at work, I'm just trying to accomplish the goal for the day, right? So I'm not necessarily trying to make friends per se. I'm just trying to get what I need done. But if we friends, then it's like, yo, man, then you understand what it is. That's why I say people talk about, keeping their circle small, and and people think that just because somebody's, you know, you share blood with them, like that automatically makes them a part of your circle, or because you grew up with them, that makes them a part of your circle, right? But what you said earlier about being who you are all the time, who you just, if when you wake up and say, this is who I'm going to be, this is the face, this is the one face that I'm gonna put out to the world. That's integrity, right? Like that is you being true to yourself. That is you knowing yourself, knowing what you need for yourself, knowing how you want to present yourself. How they receive you, that's not up to you, right?
I get that.
But how you present and what it is that you do present, right? Like that's what you gotta. That's being true. That's practicing integrity, right? Changing it up for the per crowd, right? I'm going to a quote unquote white Christian audience, so I'm gonna talk white Christian stuff.
Yeah. Like, is that what they paying me to come there to talk?
You know what I'm saying?
Because if that's the topic and I'm getting paid to go there to talk there, but
Okay.
if it's just, you know, Pearl, and, you know, and I'm
You call
visiting,
me, yeah, I'm gonna say
yeah,
what's on my mind, right? I wanna talk about.
right. Like I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Like,
So this is a white Christian establishment, huh? So what do y'all do here? You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna keep it a buck.
look, I was telling my wife, I said, I'm realizing now that I have to do things like like if we out
Mhm.
and we out with a group of people, I have to really like just sit back and listen. I can't really engage too much. I really just have to sit back and listen. I have to pick and choose how I respond because you know, because everybody will have I realize that everybody's in this space,
Yeah.
you know, and I'm probably the only person, you know, it's wild. It's like I'm the only person, it might be 30 people, and I'm the only person that has what I have on my mind in that space, listening to the different conversations going on,
Yeah,
you
no, I
know,
feel you.
and and I'm just like, wow, like this is crazy, you know. Like,
Yeah.
but I'm sitting here like, please don't ask me about that shit y'all talking about.
Don't invite me at all because you're not gonna like it,
Because
right?
you're not gonna like what I'm gonna have to say.
You're
For
not
real.
gonna like it.
I'm already sitting here like not really fuckable with you saying already. So I'm just sitting, but I ain't in the conversation. You didn't ask me nothing. I'm here enjoying myself. You
And
know,
let's keep it like
that's it.
that.
I said, but I'm learning though. I'm learning to be better at just like just listening, just not saying anything, just kick
Yeah.
back, just you know, just being there, smiling, having a good. You enjoy yourself, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to have a drink? Okay, cool, yeah. All that small talk shit, like real small talk. Because soon as
Oh man.
like the brother was talking about Jamaica and something he was saying to the extent of the political party was, you know, very crooked and all this other stuff, and he got so animated and so he was very compassionate about what he was, you know, what he was talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
guess because he had my ear, you know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't saying nothing. I was just like, you know, and
yeah.
you
You
know,
was really listening.
yeah, my face, I was yeah. You know what I'm saying? So so you know, so I'm like, you know, I'm just listening. And I said to him, I said, yeah, I remember when we used to go to Haiti, Aristide used to just send stuff straight from it was coming from places and it would never go in the port. He would just sell it right there in the port. And then it would just be gone. So
Hmm.
I was like, I understand that. I know where you're coming from. And I just said that one thing, and And just from that one thing, you know, like then it became a whole nother like hour-long conversation. But I was just listening the whole time because a lot of things he was saying then became like now
You said something different,
I
right?
did
Because
I did.
not only were you listening, or you had the perception that you was really listening. You introduced some realism, truths that the average person wouldn't care about unless they was involved,
Yeah,
right? So he can have a different conversation with you.
yeah, and he did.
You
He did. But then it got too woke for me. And
got to
yeah, I wasn't interested there. Then I was trying to find out where my baby was. So because
yeah,
I'm like,
yo,
I was
cause
with you. I was with you for a minute, bro. But then you just, you know, you went left, you went right, you went.
yeah, right. Like I can, like your mom's. Right? I can knock on the door and be like, "Yo, you up?" And you be like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, I'm up." I can come back. You be like, "Yo, you sure you up?" But I'm already downstairs. Done ate breakfast. You know, done had my coffee, and I'm ready to go. Right, I'm more than woke. I'm ready for the world.
Right. Charged up. And look, and then there's a point where moms ain't the one waking you up no more.
That's what I'm saying, right?
And you gotta get up or it's your ass.
You still got to get up.
You still gotta get up.
That's why I say, right, food, clothing, shelter, and the protection of that. You know, I say it over and over and over again, and I'm gonna keep saying it because it is literally the core and the foundation for happiness and for everything, right? If you don't have those things secured, like you really like you struggling.
Yeah, it's a scuffle. It's
It's a real scuffle, right? Like you got a real fight. If you don't have food prepared, if you don't have your shelter secure, like you got a real fight on your hand because it's dog eat dog out here,
ain't that the
right?
truth?
And they throwing out fake meat. They ain't even
Beyond, it's beyond.
it's beyond me, right? Like
It's beyond fake. It's
it's
beyond.
beyond.
What is
Right?
that stuff? I never ate it.
Like
I refuse to.
like it's beyond, right? I think Beyond Burgers was like soybeans or something like that, but now they got other stuff that's straight up laboratory made, right? And concocted on 3D printers and stuff like that, right? Like it's bananas.
Well, keeping with integrity, right? A few years back, I would say maybe about 2016, 2017, there was this company that was making chicken breasts from chicken stem cells.
That's what I'm saying.
And a they had a first round of funding and I missed it because I ain't had the money that they wanted. I missed it for real. Like they wanted something like I think it was something like 100,000. And
Wow.
at that time, all I had was like about 75. And
Wow.
I ain't really know nobody else I could just go call and ask for $25,000, you know. So and the time that I needed to work and save up to get it, you know, I was
Yeah.
the funding expired, the solicitation for the funding expired. And I told them, I said, well, look, well, if y'all gonna do another round of funding, let me know. I never got another email from them again.
Mm, mm,
Never got another
mm.
email from them. And I was just like,
Facts.
chicken. They making chicken from chicken stem cells. And they had the little chicken breast, it was growing and everything. I was
No,
like,
son,
oh
like,
my God.
they showed on the news all the time, right? And it's like it's organic, is real, right? Like it's
Yeah. Yeah, I wish I could have gotten into. I wanted to get into it so bad. I was like, I was trying to figure it out too. Trust me, I was getting ready to do something I ain't had no business doing for real, trying to get into that.
Like, nah, that'd have been a super duper flip, right? That'd have
What?
been oh
What?
man.
Come on, I wouldn't have cared what the stake was. They could have gave me a 0.00001% stake in that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have mattered because
Yeah.
what the future gonna bring, when we look at all the robotics and
Yeah, the Jetsons is coming, bro. Like that time period is not only it's coming. Like it's push button. People want push button food, bro. Like the only way you get that is with the stem cell chicken
mm-hmm.
and the steak and everything else that they got, right? Like in the plastic lettuce and the plastic rice and everything else that's fake and
Wow,
whatnot.
that plastic rice though, that is horrible.
Right? Like, and it's
Yeah, that plastic rice was something else. That was something that I was just like that. like how do
you eat a lot of rice when you rice, you know what I'm saying?
I eat a lot of rice, but I eat basmati organic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you're right.
Organic basmati. You know, I pay a little extra for it, but I buy a 50-pound bag, so I don't spend it.
I do.
Yeah,
Right.
so I don't buy a lot of rice when I have to buy it. I buy that 50-pound bag and we eat it till it's gone. And then we order another one.
Yeah.
You know. And it saves money over time, especially, you know, because if you don't eat rice every day, you throw other things in the mix, pastas and different starches.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, bro. So yeah, nah, like I say, you know, practicing integrity is hard work, and our culture is not designed to encourage that level of hard work. Like they want they want the sweat off your brow hard work. They want they want your back hard work. They want they want your body. They don't necessarily want your mind or your soul, right? They want your mind to be trained so that your body could be useful, but they don't necessarily care about your mind. They don't necessarily care about what you're thinking about. They just need you to function, right? And
yeah,
we got to figure something else out.
Yeah,
because as long as people like you and me keep practicing integrity and keep being honest with ourselves, yeah, people are attracted to us, but more and more people that are naturally close to us are going to be repelled, right? We're going to find ourselves, you know.
Yeah, I hate to use it, but I love to use it because I love where the light shines, no matter where it shines from.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish that he would shine more of his light. But like Lil Boosie said, honest people today are like, like the plague. Like people want to stay away from them. They don't want to be around them. Like, oh, he too honest. He tell the truth. He got integrity. They looking at it like you think you better than somebody or you above somebody or something. It's just like, damn, you want people to waste your time, huh?
You want people to waste your time, man. Everybody trying to get over. Everybody trying to get over.
So somebody who not trying to get over, somebody who being honest with you, letting you know, like, hey man, this ain't cool, or that ain't cool, or I'm in this situation and it's really that, I can show you. I don't have to, it ain't one of them things like I need to borrow some money. So I call 5 people. Right. And I only need $500, but I call everybody and ask them for $500. But instead of calling the 5 people and asking somebody for $100, I call everybody for
500. Yeah.
I only needed 5, but what if they love me enough to look out to, inconvenience their self, and they give me 5. Everybody send me 5. Now I got 2,500 when I only need 5. Like, where's the integrity? Like, that's cruddy. And then you are abusing resources.
Yep.
That people that everybody don't have. Everybody don't have somebody they can call for something.
You're abusing resources and you ruining resources for potential people in the future.
For the future.
Right? Because if somebody that loves you actually come up with that 500 that they really didn't have, that people say is out of love, then they're gonna be hesitant in the future to do something similar for somebody who is, I'm not gonna say truly deserving, but that is ready to actually make a move and do what they said they was gonna do.
I agree, and maybe even be in more of a need.
Yeah.
More in a greater need.
Right, like.
So it does. So it has, you know, by not having integrity in a lot of situations, like it does ruin experiences, people experiences.
Yeah.
And future, you know, future decision making and future choices, just because, you know, nobody likes to get used. Nobody likes to feel like, you know, that people don't care, like you just something to walk all over, you just a mat, like, nah, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that. Nobody appreciates that, you know, because I believe that everybody who helps somebody else, there's a level of integrity that they have, because they genuinely would want somebody to do those same things for them if the shoe was on the other foot.
I agree.
So it kind of like, you know, it does ruin it. It does ruin relationships going forward.
Yeah.
And decision making going forward.
Yeah, you second guess everything, right? Like, and that's what I say is just hard, right? And it's, and I don't have a fix, right? I like short of punching everybody in the face, right? We go back to the old way.
Right.
Right. And you deal with things on the spot, right? Like we stop taking jabs and giving jabs, and stop being slick and saying funny things to correct you instead of just saying it to correct you, right? Like, because I'm correct you because I love you. I don't want to clown you or make a joke out of it or make you, you know, like if you saying it, say it.
Yeah, it's not to defamate you. Yeah, it's not to chastise. It's not to belittle. You know, it's something that you probably need to hear. And thank God that you got somebody that love you, that's willing to share it with you.
Facts.
You know, because a person that don't want to see you elevate, they're gonna keep you where you at. They ain't gonna never try to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't gonna never encourage you. Anybody in the streets, they know they ain't gonna never encourage you, man. Stop getting fronted. Stop getting fronted, bro. Like, I don't want you, save your money, man. Come, you know what I'm saying? Spend your money right. Like, re-up. You know, like, start flipping your own pack, man. Like, stop getting fronted. But if I just want to keep using you, then I'm just gonna keep fronting you.
I'm gonna keep fronting you.
That's it.
And we think that the cat that's continually to front us is our friend.
Yeah, like that's your man because he's fronting you.
And a benefit, right? And absolutely is your detriment. Because if he was really your man, he'd be like, yo, save up your bread.
Save your bread, right?
Buy a whole pack, right, with your money, and then boom. Right? Then you don't owe nobody, right? Everything is light, right? Like everything is clean for everybody, and there's no pressure.
Right. Now just be loyal and just re-up for me. You see what I'm saying? Like
not be loyal and don't pay me back the money that you owe me. No, just
right, yeah.
Just re-up from me again.
Yeah, just re-up. Like that's it. You know,
that's loyalty, right? Like not you fronting me when I need it. Nah, like you keep coming back to me, right? Like yeah, like that's.
And I seen that. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in that environment. I seen that where people will use you, you know what I'm saying, in multiple ways. But I seen that where if somebody don't have your best interest, then they will just try to just use you for things out of their dependency, out of their manipulation, or you know what I'm saying. And then you may even become dependent. When now you just stuck in that. When now you only think that somebody cool with you if they willing to front you something, because you never wanted to be a big boy yourself. You never wanted to have your own motions. You never wanted to have your own thing.
And that's why I say detriment, right? Because it stalls your progress and your own personal growth, because you're gonna keep looking for a messiah. You need somebody to always front you. You need somebody to always forgive your sins and to do the work for you, to go like save up your money, right? Fast and pray and and buy your whole pack, right? And be good, right? Go feed the world with bread and fish, right?
Yeah.
But that's hard, right? In society where you constantly are looking at the Joneses and trying to keep up with them, right? And people and being laughed at, and growing up, like it was corny to wear your own stuff, right? To get a T-shirt and print your own stuff on it, right? If it wasn't Ralph Lauren or Nautica or Tommy Hilfiger or any of the name brands from back in the day, like Cass was checking tags, and if your joint was fake, mess around, not have a tag up here or don't have a tag on the bottom, like your low is not official, like you gonna get clowned, son.
Yeah,
And
you're
you
gonna
might.
get you're gonna get clowned. yeah. Yeah, you're gonna get cracked. Don't have no US polo assassination.
Oh my God. No, that's not the same thing.
Don't have no US polo assassination, man. That
All right,
nah, we ain't doing that. Ralph
right.
don't got 6 legs and legs, all that. Nah. So yeah, it is. Culturally, it's like that. And those things have been distractions, because being the opposite would be to encourage having your own clothes, starting your own clothing brand. That's something that if anybody watching right now, man, you got young people. I always share the wealth, man. Like I have a clothing brand, you know what I'm saying? Y'all see this right here, this t-shirt I got on right here. It got stuff on the back too. I think it got something. Yeah, it got something
Yeah.
right here. Y'all can go get this. The link is in the description. But the thing is, it's like I didn't pay anything to start this clothing line. Okay. I put time into make my designs, and Teespring, I ain't promoting them because this isn't a paid promotion for Teespring, but I'm sharing the game. I have a clothing line that cost me no money to start. It just took me to want to do it, put the energy into it, and now you can go shop with me if y'all want something. Okay, we thank you, support. Also hit soul entities at Big Cartel and check out Jazz Garcelle stuff too. So make sure y'all do that. Links in the description. Um, but I encourage every young person, like a young person right now, with their creativity, they can have their own clothing line. They could be rocking their own stuff, going to school, and then buying their own clothes from themselves, saving their parents money, making money for themselves too, having their own business. You know, so it's like,
Yo, God, what's it? What you say? Roxia talking about bartering in the chat, right? And you
here we go.
talking about the kids making their own clothes. Like imagine I'm buying Pearl joint because that joint is hot. Pearl buying my joint. Like now we actually buying each other's gear,
Yeah.
right? Like like that's how but it takes love, right? It takes It takes it's like it takes like bartering is a. Go ahead and read it. Go ahead.
Do you think our people or any group of people will benefit from bartering with each other? Do you think people would think their integrity would be at stake? For example, someone calls and asks you for $600 and you say, cool, can you do my kid's hair for the next month? I know people that think that that's insulting their morality to ask for a service in return. I personally think it saves relationships. Pardon me. I don't think there's nothing wrong with that
At all.
I don't think it's anything wrong. And if anybody, and I think if that's offered to a person in lieu for the $600 and they say that they can't do it, then I ain't got no $600 for you.
I think in that situation it will only be wrong if the person said yeah, and then afterwards came up with some can you do my kid hair? And they like, but I ain't got time. Nah, but I gave you that $600, right? I think that's crazy. I think it got to be all upfront, barter something for something. I think that's realistic, and as long as everything is upfront, I think it's good.
And that and the integrity will remain intact,
right?
You know,
because that whole
wouldn't be at stake.
Because that whole scenario where they be like, "Yo, can I get $600? And you do my kid hair for the next month." That's a you know,
fair exchange. Like, yeah, because and I get this because I get this idea because you know what? Because a lot of times when people call to ask to borrow money, they not gonna pay it back. Like the majority, they not gonna give it back when they said they gonna give it back. They gonna do some stuff that's probably like they're not gonna give it back in full. They're gonna say, okay, well, I'm gonna give you back. Well, nah, I ain't gonna do the hair. I'm gonna give your money back on the first, or when I get my taxes, or this or that. And it's just like I'm so seasoned in excuses, you know, that I already know. If anybody call me asking about some money till tax time, forget about it.
Forget about it.
Forget about it.
I don't even, son, I hate the story. Don't give me no stories. If you need money from me, I either have it or I don't have it.
That's it.
I either want to give it up or I don't want to give it up. I don't need the stories, because once you start telling me stories, you start giving me expectations to think about.
Right? I'm gonna pay you back on this day. I'm gonna look it up on this day.
I want to think about that.
Now I got it. Now I'm looking to get my money back on that day.
On that day, right? Like now that day is a real thing. And now I'm expecting
you to keep your word.
And now
and your integrity, because I honored your need, your necessity.
Right. So
and it wasn't mine in the beginning. It wasn't my responsibility in the beginning. It wasn't, you know, but I took it on. I took it on and said, you know, I'm gonna be benevolent and kind. I'm being myself. You know, I'm pouring into people I love, because everybody can't call me and ask me, you know what I'm saying, for no money.
Facts.
So
facts.
You know, so I'm like, if you have that privilege, like that is a privilege. You know, like people, oh, that's arrogant. No, it's a privilege to call me and ask me for some money. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't just handing it out. So if you have that, then don't abuse it. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't be like, you know, like, because then I'm not gonna do nothing else for you. I'm not. I promise I won't. I promise I won't. Not even out of spite. My conscience won't let me do it. My consciousness will not let me do it. It would just say my integrity won't let me do it. My self-integrity won't let me do it. You know, because I'll be bothered by it. So if you're gonna give that, and that's what I learned too. I learned, like, you know,
you don't give.
Yeah, if I'm gonna give, like whatever, you know. But when people come,
you don't need no reasons. You don't need no excuses. You don't need no I would, but I ain't got it today. or I really want to help you. Nah, like I don't have it. Like you got it or you don't got it, right? Like, and that's it, right? And move on.
Yeah.
You know, but bartering, I'm with it. I do see the problem though, with capitalistic mindsets messing it up, and people start. So what you get? Like how much did you give for X, Y, and Z, right? And they start just messing it up. You know what I'm saying? And
well, I only had to give Ali 10 shirts, and he gave me a half a chicken for 10 shirts. Oh man, he charged me 20 shirts. You know what I'm saying? He made me give him 15. Like, well, why you give Pearl
stuff like that? Stuff like that would make bartering a problem, right? Because you don't know my relationship with Pearl.
Yeah, like, why not be happy that you had what you needed to be able to conduct a business with him, okay, and enjoy that, and then develop your relationship. And since you happen to know what I pay, okay, or what my what our situation was, you know, then you have to realize, like, you can't expect you got a relationship with somebody 18 years that somebody with the 18 seconds gonna get the same deal. It's just not it's gonna work like that, you know. So yeah,
and it shouldn't work like that, and nor and you shouldn't want it to work like that in truth.
Yeah, not in truth.
Not like nah, man, because that would suck.
But in fantasy land, you're ripping them off.
Right.
You're not treating them equally.
Right. And which is why I say where bartering would get messed up. Like in the concept in itself, perfect. But we would have to totally. That's why I say we had to go start punching people in the face, because you wouldn't be allowed to bring in that capitalistic mindset, because who cares the deal that I struck with that person? Like, whatever your deal is your deal.
Right. Right. I mean, it works that way at the car dealership.
It works that day. It works that
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest about it. It works that way anywhere that you can, at the RV dealership, anywhere you can negotiate a price. Homes, you know.
That's how it works, bro. Like, nobody is not the same for anybody.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And that got to be understood, right? And once that's cool, then we can actually get to integrity.
Right.
Because then you're just trying to be yourself and not what you think you should look like.
Yeah. Yeah. Or what everybody else got, right?
Yeah.
That's like, I was just thinking myself. I said, imagine if when I went to go when I say homes, I went to go purchase a home, and they told me the interest rate, and my interest rate had went up because the Fed was raising interest rates as I was going through the process before closing. And it was, you know the situation. So it took some time, right? It took like a year. We had supply chain issues, all this stuff, right? So imagine if I would have been like, well, y'all just sold them houses at 2.5%. You know what I'm saying? Why I got to pay why mine got to be, what it is? Like,
they'd be like, dummy.
They're like, sir, do you want this shit or not?
You wanted it not, because
you about to forfeit your deposit.
2% is gone because you about to forfeit your deposit.
Plain and
right?
simple.
And not get the house.
And not get it. So what you want to do, sir? Can you afford
what do you want to do? Right? 2% is gone.
It's gone.
Yeah, but that was just last year. My homeboy just gone.
Right. It's gone.
Gone. Like you ain't have your homeboy's credit. You ain't have his down payment. You ain't have whatever. Like what, you ain't had the time that person had. Like,
you were not in position.
This is now.
Yep. You were not in position. So Even though it started, and that was a learning experience. That was like, wow,
Yeah, it
you know,
sucks.
like damn, like how you how you start, you looking at it like, what? That cheap? You know what I'm saying? And then look, you look at it like that cheap. You got the high voice, and then you get to damn.
Damn. You got me, son.
You're like that cheap? Damn.
Yeah.
You know?
What
So
they call that? They call that buyer's remorse.
no, only if you can't afford it. Only if you can't
Facts.
afford it. Yeah, if you
Facts.
can't
Facts.
afford it,
Facts.
you know, because
Facts.
the time would have been to walk away when that dam came. If you know, if that dam was like, damn, I can't afford it, you know. But if you say, all right, you know, well, we just got to make some adjustments. Do what we need to do? Look at this, look at that, you know, and see what room we have, you
Facts.
know, and then understanding that, you know, I always stress that you gotta understand that the difference between obtain and maintain, because just because you can obtain something does not mean that you can maintain it. And if you cannot maintain it, then you cannot afford it.
Because you can absolutely pay off your mortgage. You still have property tax every year.
What?
You still have insurance every
Year.
year.
Mhm.
Your
Mhm.
mortgage is paid off. It's your house.
Yeah.
Don't pay your insurance.
Yeah.
don't don't pay your property tax.
Don't pay the taxes. That's
Oh
gone.
my, oh my God. Like, it's gone. And it's
For
and
for
somebody
the low. For the
and,
low
and
too.
somebody gonna buy it for the taxes.
Yeah, for the taxes. That's it. Back
Somebody
tax.
somebody's gonna pay your insurance. And right, so like it's gonna be crazy. Like it's and
Yeah. And we got a
right.
lot of that. We got a lot of that going on now with the moratorium expired and all that. Like it's getting crazy. You know, we talking about integrity, y'all, but you know what I'm saying? Be prepared to buy a house. Okay. If you've been holding out, okay, and you wanted something, 2025 gonna be your year because there's gonna be so many foreclosures. It's gonna be
For
so
real.
many, it's gonna be crazy. And it's already starting now.
Yeah.
So
And at least like down here in Florida, right? Like they building so many new homes, right? So the foreclosure is gonna be like brand new homes for the most part, right? Because
with those
yes,
coming to market and they're gonna be cheap. That's one of the things I'm dealing with because you know my home is new construction,
mm-hmm.
and with the market slowing down, with interest rates being so high and the unaffordability for people right now, you know the prices haven't come down enough to kind of offset it. But I'm still like, look, if you couldn't afford a house at, let's say, 400,000 average median, if it was 400,000 at 3%, all right, or let's just say 4%, and that was difficult. Then even if the house dropped down to 200,000 and the interest rate is 8%, it's still the same price.
Still the same exact price.
So I
Right, but
people get mad.
that's you being conscious, right? Being financially literate and taking the time to understand, right? Instead of just being woke, laying in the bed, talking about yeah. I just want to buy a house.
So I could stun on these niggas.
Right,
So I
and
so I could do this and I could do that. Like that. Stop it. Stop it. The fiscal
right,
responsibility comes with being a home owner, man. Taxes, the stuff they don't tell you
yo,
about,
forget about the taxes and all that stuff, right?
maintenance.
Yo, you got to cut your grass or pay somebody to cut your grass.
Stop that.
If you got a pool, you got to clean your pool or pay somebody, right? So like, and
Yeah.
that's maintaining,
Yeah, maintain.
Right, because your pool will go green. Your grass will get real high, right? And high grass come with snakes, right? Like definitely getting rats and stuff, right? Because everything can just, they got places to hide, and they got is mad stuff, right? So
Yeah.
obtaining is easy. Anybody can get a woman. Can you keep her?
Can you keep them? I can go. I look. Anybody can look good on paper. Can you pay for it though? Can
Can
you
you pay?
afford it?
Can you afford it though, right? Like, can you really afford it?
Can you afford it?
Right? Because everybody is not fortunate to buy a new construction. So that previously owned home that you buy, because that's what you can afford, and the water heater go out, can you afford it?
Can you afford the water heater? Right. The
Can you
AC.
afford to buy a house? That's what I'm saying, right? Like being a homeowner comes with so much stuff other than just, I got these keys, I got this mortgage, ha ha ha, I'm a homeowner.
Right.
Like,
I'm on my way to financial freedom.
you got a whole responsibility.
Like, man, that is the biggest. I don't. Maybe it did exist at one point in time. I think it did. You know what I'm saying? Well, maybe when houses was like about 70,000,
Yeah, I
30,000.
know, right?
I think maybe it did then. But
Yeah.
when you look at now, man, and understanding, like, man, when you live in something that's a liability, it's not an asset until you make it an asset, man. You live there. That's your home. And people should stop. I think that narrative, I think there's no integrity in the narrative um of telling people that when they buy a home, they're on their way to some wealth thing, some narrative of,
Because they can flip it. They
yeah,
can they can take the equity out and use that to do some business stuff, right? And they don't realize that that equity becomes your second mortgage, right? And by defaulting on one of those, you lose your home and the other thing too, right?
correct.
Like it's a
And
whole
those are
burden.
real.
It's a whole burden, right? And you got to be able to afford those things, right? And but that's what comes with being an adult, though, right? Um, like it's not just you turning 18 and now you're legally an adult, or you turning 25 and your insurance goes down because they recognize you of mental legal age or whatever that rule is. It's truly being accountable for everything that you do and want to do, right? And not being able to blame anybody else, and not wanting to blame anybody else, right? But like that's being an adult. That's adulting. Adulting is not your age. Adulting is not going to work. Adulting is not the frivolous stuff. Like adulting is having integrity.
Having some integrity, right?
Like that isn't that. Oh man, that's adulting, bro. Integrity and adulting are the same things, right? Because minors need somebody to hold their hands when they walk across the street. Adults know to look both ways. Adults know to wait for the signal. Adults know when it's safe,
Mm-hmm.
and they take accountability for themselves when they step into that street to get from A to B. Right? They take accountability for themselves and that child when they grab that hand, right? Because that minor, right, is it lacks integrity for all intents and purposes, right? They reckless. They doing what's fun. They live in life for the fun of it.
Right.
They are not aware of any dangers or concerned with any dangers.
Right.
But the adult is concerned and aware of the dangers and is navigating to the best of their ability the safest route. Right. So that's, oh man, adulting and integrity are the same thing. Wow.
I'm fucking with it.
Right.
If you do look, if you're doing it right, if you
Right.
do if you're doing it right, yeah. Yeah, because you're gonna have to be honest about a lot of stuff. You're gonna have to be honest about a lot of stuff. You're gonna have to have discipline for sure. And not be substituting discipline for other words. I'm gonna use discipline. I think that's I think that's the conscious thing, and I think woke people do the other thing. Woke people would be like, you know,
Make
oh
excuses.
yeah, make excuses like, nah, if you lacking this, you either got the discipline or you don't. Plain and simple. And it shouldn't be a toxic word. Discipline should not be offensive.
To
It
not be
should
offensive.
should not be toxic or whatever people get offended by the word discipline.
Yep.
Like, then
Yep.
then just go be reckless. Then just go be reckless. Because the discipline is the thing that's the work. That's tough.
Yeah. And so when you say it like that, integrity almost sounds toxic. Right? When you like if discipline is toxic,
Right.
if discipline is toxic, then integrity is awful, right? Like that is like stay away from that person. They're gonna hold you accountable. They're gonna, oh man,
They're not gonna let nothing slide. They're gonna be like, they're gonna call a duck. They're gonna call, a turd a turd. I don't care
ooh,
how you dress it up. They're gonna let you know that's still what it is.
it ain't who smelt it dealt it. They're gonna be like, nah, that was you that fought it.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it ain't gonna be nah, well, you smelt it, you must have dealt it. Nah, we ain't kids.
nah, we not kids. You need the fart. You should let it out. It's
It's
okay,
okay.
but be an adult and say, excuse me, y'all. I ain't mean to do that, but
My belly was hurt.
you know what I'm saying? You smell that. I should not keep that type of stuff in me. No, you need to go clean
Right,
yourself out for real. Get you some
right.
senna
But
and
but
some
but
golden
but
steel.
children say you smelt it, you dealt it, and folks try to avoid acknowledging that they fought it. Right.
Right. First one smelled it, dealt it.
Like that's corny. Like that's corny, son. Like that. Like think about that, right? Like
As an adult,
as
unless
an
you,
adult, that is corny.
yeah,
Like that is super corny. As an adult, right? As a child, it's fun and funny. Right.
yeah,
I can as an adult, I can see it being funny, but not as an adult.
right, right.
Right? Like
Not as me attempting to do that, on purpose.
on purpose,
Yeah.
right? To really shift blame to somebody else, right? Like nah, right? Like with my wife, like "Oh, that was you, right? Just right, but clearly, like
Right. Right. Because I own mine.
right, like, but I don't know, man. Like it's it's we don't want to be adults, right? Like what they say, I don't want to grow up. I'm a Toys R Us kid. Like they make songs about it, right? The whole Peter Pan thing, right? You want to be a kid forever and have fun,
And have
right?
fun.
And have fun, right? And somehow fun only means recklessness,
Irresponsibility.
irresponsibility,
Mm-hmm.
right? You cannot be responsible and have responsible fun or like, that's so strange.
Yeah. Yeah. You can't be responsible and have irresponsible fun. You can't. You are completely being irresponsible all the way through.
Hmm.
Yep. Can't be responsible and have irresponsible fun. It just don't work like that. And having some integrity about it. A person who does have integrity is going to acknowledge that if I'm being responsible, then that's all the time.
Sometimes
That's not sometimes.
it's not seasonal, right? Even when they do reckless things, it's conscious. They are conscious of their reckless actions, right? Like they, right? Like you can, because you are who you are, right? And if you are practicing that, right? Like there's nothing, like none of these conversations that I think you and I be having, God, is never meant to make a person float or levitate, or this is what perfection looks like, or a perfect person, or a perfect life, or like not like what we learned in masonry. Perfection only comes in death,
That's it.
right? So
That's it.
that's coming anyway. So I'm not necessarily rushing.
We're not in no rush. I'm drinking water, exercising, doing my meditation,
You know what I'm saying?
trying to eat
Like
right, trying
I'm in
to,
the yard. I'm grounded. I'm playing in the dirt. I'm adding to
you know what
the
I'm saying?
world, right?
Trying to stay away from suckers.
I'm definitely trying to stay away from suckers, right? And trying to be as positive as I can be, right? Yeah, death is coming. So don't get it twisted in thinking that we talking, you got to be practicing. Somebody who's practicing integrity all the time is a Gandhi or a Mother Teresa type person, or what you think a Mother Teresa or a Gandhi type person is,
Yeah,
right? Because I ain't never met Gandhi or Mother Teresa to know what kind of person they were for real.
absolutely.
I know what the stories say or suggest.
Hey, and Jesus was supposed to be perfect, and they killed him.
They,
So
yeah, and they killed him for supposedly being perfect,
it's for
right?
being perfect. Yeah. So that's tough. That's a tough
That's
act to
tough, bro.
follow.
Like, why would you? Like,
Right, that's a tough act to follow. Damn.
like his
You know,
story was so cool. He told you don't have to follow. He said, "I'm doing it for you."
I'm doing it for you.
So he's like, "Yeah,
Right.
this is so hard, right? I'm gonna do it for you." Like that's cool.
Yeah. Shout out to that guy.
Thank you.
Peace to Jesus Christ. You know what I'm saying? Putting it all on the line for these heathens. You
For
know what
real.
I'm saying? Trust me, I've been a little bit of one during my days, but I'm trying to tell you, that's the reason why we focused on you learn as you go. You don't repeat the same things, and what you said, God, is exact, is right and exact. Where we're not trying to be perfect, you know what I'm saying, but we are trying to be better than what we have seen ourselves as in the past. So I encourage everybody to do that, to try that, just like try and see what it gets you. If
Yo,
see what it gets you. I know it worked for me. I'm saying it worked for me. My quality of life, my relationships, you
everything.
know,
Yeah.
everything is improving, but I'm doing the work. It ain't just happening. It ain't just me, it's just falling out the sky. I'm actually having to be mindful of my integrity, my encouragement, my honesty, my truth, what else? My judgments. Um, I mean, what else? We done did so many words, all that stuff. Okay. And everything else that we talk about too. Like I share with you, God, like we'll get off of here on Sunday, and then I'm still thinking about this word, throughout the week. I could be recording doing something else, doing another podcast or something, and I'm still thinking about how to make sure that I'm maintaining my integrity, you know, continually. That how do we have these conversations and I still grow from it? Not like not like, oh, I'm just like you just said, not like we just so oh, we just full of integrity and doing all
I am integrity.
that.
Look at me.
When they say, remember at the end of Malcolm X, they was like, I am Malcolm X.
I am integrity.
I have integrity. You know, so it's like, yeah, man, it's like, you know, you gotta work at stuff. It is, and every day you gotta put in the work. Um,
Yeah, yeah. It's
every
yo, it's
day,
just like relationships, bro. Like in a marriage, like the key to a successful marriage for real is every day. Like both parties got to decide to work at that relationship. Right. As soon as one of them decide that they don't want to work at it anymore, then that marriage is over. Both people have the choice every single day that they have to make. Right. When we be saying like be the best version of yourself, that's not perfect.
right?
The best version of yourself is just that. The best version of yourself. Like that don't mean you didn't step on no cracks or you didn't that means that you tried your best not to step on any cracks. You tried your best not to bump into anybody. You tried your best not to offend anybody. You tried your best to accomplish everything that you set out to when you got up that day. When you got up out the bed, you got up with intention. Otherwise, you would have still been laying there. You got up for a reason.
Yeah,
And if you're doing that reason, then you are being the best version of yourself, right? Like we are all different. That's why I say morality is kind of funky to me because I'm different from you, right? So like you know, my path may take me over here, yours might take you over here. That don't mean that we have to hate each other or clash when we see each other,
right.
right? I can appreciate your journey or your path, right? And not wish I was on it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you're too busy focused on your own
Like,
path.
I got my whole thing over here.
Yeah, like you know. But but the collaborative efforts is what that is part of that integrity where they said the state of being whole and undivided, unity, unification, coherence, cohesion,
Cohesion.
undividedness, togetherness, solidarity, coalition. So
Yeah.
those things are within having integrity.
Yeah.
You know, so so even having integrity encourages selflessness. Having integrity encourages collectiveness, you know, cooperative economics, cooperative works, unity.
Tell me, bro. That's why Kwanzaa don't get promoted or accepted because it's too much work, right? So
Right.
so while is 7 days of potential gifts potentially, it is a constant reminder of what it is that you're supposed to be doing every day for the 365 days in a year,
Yeah,
right? And to know that you're supposed to work up with purpose, or you're supposed to practice cooperative economics, and you're supposed to like unity, you're supposed to practice all these things, self-determination. I think that's what nightmares come from, bro. When you fail to practice integrity, I think your guilt eats you up and attacks and plays out in your dreams, right? Because you should have been a better person and you was a sucker, and so now you running in your sleep. I don't know. I think
I
I
don't know.
think I don't know.
Maybe for some, you know, maybe
Right,
for
like,
some that applies. Maybe for some that applies. Yeah, maybe for some that applies.
right, right.
But it's I know it's easier to just try a little bit harder
Yeah,
for me. You know, it's just easier to just try a little bit harder, put a little bit effort. Pause, think about, you know, pause for a minute.
yeah,
put thought into and consideration into everything.
Can I add something to what you just said? I want to not correct, but I want to say that it becomes easier,
Okay.
right? When you are doing the right thing, so to speak, right? Like the natural progression of you're doing the right thing makes everything else just comes easier. Like it just becomes easier, right? Because I don't want people to think that everything's supposed to be easy.
Too late.
Right. And what we're saying, because that's not what we're saying. We're not creating an easy button
No, they
with
ain't.
integrity. We're literally telling you that it requires hard work, but if you practice it, it does ease a lot of other things.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
Almost everything else. Right. Just practicing that integrity.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. It does. Just practicing. But it take practice. It take practice. Got to put it to work every single day, just like everything else.
Really fuck with
Man, I hate flies. And I'm like, how the hell a fly get in? It's like it's cold outside. Like how a fly it's
you.
nasty. Where this daggone fly come from, man? I don't like flies. I kill them.
That's funny.
Quick, for real. But definitely, I'm trying not to be distracted. Let's take this comment right here. Social media has made such an impact on kids where integrity seems it has so many meanings. How should we teach children to have integrity the way we see it when there's so many outside influences?
Wow.
It's a great question.
I think that right now, what they call it standing on business is how the kids see integrity,
Yeah,
or the word that they will use for integrity is standing on business,
they say
and standing on business, from my understanding, has absolutely nothing to do with integrity.
yeah, it do.
It do it?
Yeah, it do.
I thought it just meant you ready to fight.
No, no, nah, it don't mean you ready to fight. Um, Now it can be used that way of I'm standing on business like I'm about to murder somebody or I'm about to do some, yeah, it can be, but standing on it's just like keeping it 100,
Keeping it
you
100.
know. Yeah,
That's how I think about it,
yeah,
but
it's just like keeping it 100, keep it
I
solid.
think
You know what I'm saying? Like just stand on
yeah.
business, like honor your word. That's what it means. Like I know when I use it, if I say I'm standing on business, that means I'm keeping my word. That means I'm honoring my word for
I
me.
don't think these children mean it like that though. I think they are looking at it as they ain't no punk, right? And I think that's why this question is good, because you and I and those of our generation would clearly think standing on business and integrity are the same exact thing, right?
I think I
But
think it's about being loyal, being, because it's not new to me. Like I've been hearing the word
correct.
for years. You like in listening to the hip hop music. So I've heard it used in so many different contexts from different rappers. Like, well, yeah, I have heard it as used as murder. I have heard it as used as integrity or honesty or staying solid. Where they talking about they not snitching or they sticking to
Correct.
the street code or they keeping it real with their brothers, with their homies or whatever. So like with the gang. So I understand, that like and I don't and one thing about, quote unquote uh urban sayings is like they can apply however you want to make it apply.
Correct.
Because culturally we do that. Culturally we do that.
which makes this question good, right? Because you're right. Culturally, we do things, but when you bring in social media, it naturally merges cultures, right? So now you might say something from that means something, where you at, and it sound cool. I'm gonna use it and apply it to. Yeah, it's one of those funny things, man. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I think social media is just destroying more than just the children, though. Personally,
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has it's having such a
it
what you
can do
say?
so much. It can be so wonderful, right? It can be such a great tool, such a great resource. Even something like a YouTube, it could be such a yo. My son told me, yo, man. My son told me that he didn't think that his math teacher really understood the subject that he was teaching him, right? And when they was trying to break it down, one of the kids asked him a question about it, and he couldn't explain it, so he pulled up a YouTube video,
Mhm.
right, and broke it down in the class. And was like, "Yo, y'all understand it now?" And I'm like, "Yo, that's interesting." So teachers are using YouTube to teach lessons. This is not just a fun thing, right? Like everybody is wasting time having fun, but you got people. This is how they use. This is how they're getting paid, right? That teacher couldn't teach without this tool because
Mhm.
they didn't know the information, right? So it has benefits, but if we're not taught to use it for those benefits, or if we don't even see it being used like that, we would never even think to even use it like that.
The majority, yeah.
Yeah, the majority, right? Because
Yeah.
yeah, like the conscious folks is not a lot of us, bro. Like it's not a lot of folks that are practicing integrity. It's not a lot of folks that are as sensitive
Right.
as we are, right? Because I'm sensitive, right? I'm anti. Uh, my triggers are mine alone. Nope, right? The world gave me these triggers, right? So take responsibility,
That's
right? Right, right. So that's where I'm at with it. Um, but that's a small group of people that think like that. You got more people that think that, oh no, go along and get along, right? Which is
mhm.
devoid of integrity, right? Because if you would just go along and get along, if you would just put your head down, keep your mouth shut, just so nobody would take yours, you know.
Yeah.
Social media is messing like it's there is no more integrity with social media. Like everything is mixed up. Like everything is there's no cultural explanations of anything. Everything is just out there and it's interpret it for how you want to interpret it, and whatever you think it is what it is. And
So be it. Yeah,
like,
it's like that. It is. It
right?
is.
Like
It is.
it's dangerous, right? Like
It is. But that's why. See, we have integrity. We share with people like we ain't got all the answers. We ain't the end all be all.
hell
You
no.
know, take what you can. If you can apply and it's good, eat it. If it ain't, leave the rest on the plate. Okay. But the majority of people are saying the majority of people online are gurus. This is how it is. This the reason why you can't get a date. This the reason why you can't do this. This the reason why you can't do that. This the reason why you're unsuccessful. This the reason why you're unhappy. This the reason why you this, that, and the third. All of these things, everybody got all these solutions, you know, and no problem has really even been defined.
Nope.
So that's why I'm like, we being honest. We having integrity, you know. because we realize like we saying, man, we struggle with these things too on a daily basis, implementing them. We have to practice so that way we can try to be proficient at it. But like we said, ain't nobody perfect. You
You know how
going,
many people I want to punch in the face?
you know what I'm saying? Just like sometimes randomly.
You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes randomly, like really? What? You
Yeah,
know,
man. A dude cut in front of me in line the other day, man. I took everything in me, man, to be like, you know what, man?
like I have to do it sometimes. I'd be like, man, you retired. Remember?
You got time.
I have to tell myself because I'm like, you know, because I be doing stuff, I be trying to do stuff. I be on a schedule. Like I ain't retired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm like,
Got
so
stuff to
I'm
do.
like, so I have to tell myself, like, yeah, like, man, it's a charge, remember?
A whole charge.
It's
There's a
a
price.
charge.
There's a price to pay.
It's a price to pay. How much time you got? How much time is this emotional response going to take away from the other stuff that you already got going on that's important to you, that you value?
Because this is not important to you for real.
Because it's not. They in a rush, let them go.
Let them go.
Let
Let
them
them
go.
go, right? Like, don't interrupt your progress, right? See, the church support your interests and live,
Right.
right? Like, and that takes integrity, right? To not lose focus and remember the assignment.
Yeah. Yeah. Like why I want to spend a night in there when I got when I got bed,
I got a whole
food,
bed.
everything,
I got a whole king size
like,
bed. I got a ceiling fan and stuff. I
come
got the
on.
AC.
Yeah, like
Man,
you
I can
know,
turn the light off and on when I feel like it. All right, I got a kitchen I can go to when I feel like it.
when I feel like it and cook a whole meal
When I feel like it,
when
right?
I feel like it. Like, come on, man.
Yeah, man. That's the assignment, right? That's yeah. You got a lot of gurus and everybody know everything, and you know, and that's fine. The gurus are fine, right? But the problem is everybody keep wanting to buy the information and not actually apply it, right?
Yeah, that's great. That's crazy.
I wrote my book, and Caswell would rather me make another book than to apply the things that was in the first book, right? I'm not successful unless I write another book, and then another book after that, right? Like, and then then I'll be a successful author. And it's like, nah, like I put everything down in the first one, do that, and if you do that, then I'll be successful, right? Because then you show that it worked.
Right.
But they just want lip service though, right? It's just talk, 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 talk.
I mean, it makes for good content.
Yeah, right.
Like whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's why we got integrity. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I tell everybody, man, come on the show, man. Talk, man. Talk. Just have some conversations. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
That's it. Real
Yeah.
talk. Because 9 times out of 10, we're gonna have a a meaningful conversation. It's not it ain't no gimmicks. We pick a word and we just go in on it. Like that's all it is. It's not telling you about, we ain't gossiping or nothing. These things that everybody dealing with. Everybody deals with their own integrity and people around them that either exemplified or lack it. Okay, or need to improve it in areas. Everybody needs to improve in being judgmental and expectations.
Ooh. Expectations and integrity go hand in hand.
Like all these things is practical things that we all experience as human beings. These things are non-gender specific,
Non-race,
non-race specific.
non-culture or country even, right? Like it don't even matter third world or first world or whatever, right? Like none of that matters.
Right.
Like
These are human things that everybody got to deal with every single day. You know, so it's a balance. I think it's a level playing field where it's like, hey, integrity is integrity. You know, either you're gonna strive to, to have some, to apply, or you just gonna be like, I don't need
You're a
that.
sucker.
Yeah. Yeah, you just gonna be, that's it. So either you're gonna do it or you're not.
And
Plain and
that's it. And that's it. You're either gonna do it or you're not.
yeah. And that's the choice. That's the choice that we all get to make. You know, regardless of social media's influence.
What you gonna do?
On this question on this back end, we didn't answer this back. How should we teach children to have integrity the way we see it when it's so many outside influences?
The way we see it.
You know, I don't know. To be honest, I don't even know if what children do we like besides your own children. What other children do you really have influence over? Unless they just watching YouTube and catch your content. So
and even with that, even with your own children, you really just tell them to be themselves, right? Like don't follow the crowd, so to speak, and because even at the second part of the way that we know it, right? If we all know it to be different, if we all practice integrity different, if we all practice all these things differently, like if our morality is different, then that's a very hard question to answer for a collective that is not collected.
for a collective that is broken.
That's hard, right? Because all you can really do is because again, right? It's about having that one face, right? And being who you want to be, right? And practicing being that person all the time, right? Like that's what I can say for the children, right? What I say to anybody, right? Unless you are a performer that has a stage name or a character name or a performer name or whatever, you should only have one face, right? You shouldn't have a whole nother character for different situations, right? Like you should be who you are.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you acting.
That's what I'm saying, right? Unless you're a performer or something like that, you shouldn't.
Unless you Michael B. Jordan or Denzel or
Yeah, right. Like be you.
Yeah, and then we shouldn't hold people to that standard. Like that's what we was talking about that's what I was talking about with the Bill Cosby thing. Like,
yeah, you're right.
Like everybody thought Bill Cosby was Cosby, and it was
Mr. Huxtable.
Was Mr. Huxtable in
not
real
Bill, life. Not Cosby, Mr. Huxtable.
Was Mr. Huxtable, not himself, who he
not
really
himself.
is in real life. Like,
yeah,
that was the standard that people was holding him to.
Correct.
To realize, like, oh, he's a human. He fucked up too.
Correct.
So what does that just kill? Do you not want to still be the image of that Huxtable? That Huxtable dude was that was a cold family. You know what I'm saying? The wife, doctor, that was a first example of like a woman not just being a professional woman, like a man and a woman being in the same house, being professional and both having professional goals at a level where they wasn't competing.
And they both had major respect for each other.
Major.
As each other, right? Like neither one of them was jealous or intimidated by the other.
Right.
Like it was a super healthy show. 100% unfair to think that Bill Cosby is Cliff Huxtable.
It's Cliff Huxtable, right? But that's what that's what happened, and now it's just Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? Like now it's just
which is why he get punished or why he get the looks, right? Because you are holding him to that. You are judging him from Cliff Huxtable,
right? Not the man, not the human.
Right, like you're saying he fell from his grace
as an actor,
right? Like his character was him, right? And that's what I'm saying, right? That's what I was saying about Mother Teresa and Gandhi, right? Like what we think they are, like we don't know them, though.
At all.
Like the story is they was peaceful and loving and they could have been jerks and assholes. Who knows?
Right. How we know Jesus ain't smack a bitch?
We knew he flipped over tables.
We knew he flipped over tables. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about a woman. I'm talking about a bitch ass nigga.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? So don't get it twisted, you know?
Yeah,
but
right.
How we know that? How he out there trying to do something peaceful, like all the conflict and stuff. They ain't talk about the fights. I'm sure he had the rumble. He had 12 guys with him.
Yeah.
Come on, like you think they ain't never turn up?
Yeah, exactly. And it's foolish to think otherwise, right? Like it is, especially if he's supposed to be real, right? And if he was really human, right? Like then let's keep it in reality.
A man gonna run into some problems on this earth.
100%. 100%. You're gonna fall on your face before you learn how to stand up. You're gonna fall on your face a bunch.
A lot, especially if you're trying to accomplish goals and tasks. You're gonna have learning lessons along the way.
I killed mad fish, son. I killed mad fish trying to figure it out, trying to learn how to manage my water balance, my chemical balance, before I learned how many plants I needed to have in a tank to make sure that it was enough things eating the bacteria, right? I killed a lot of things.
Right.
Right.
Learned a lot.
Learned a lot. Nothing's dying these days, bro.
Yeah.
Except when I harvest.
Except for when I eat. The only time it's getting dead to be on the plate. Waste not, one not.
Hell nah. You know?
Yep. Yep, definitely. Let's go ahead. E.L. Henderson back. He stay in the building.
Hell yeah.
The integrity of the Black community has been compromised. It bleeds out into and onto the individuals and is displayed on social media. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It compromised a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's no integrity in to keep on telling this slave story. It's that's no true. Integrity. Okay. Because
I agree.
Because I went into a place and I had some young people. They was like, did you hear about the migrants? They just got $10,000. And they were really upset. They were truly upset about this. And I said, so you're upset about the migrants, but you're not upset about foreign aid, the billions in foreign aid that have been going for years and years and years. And I said, and they were just oblivious to that. They had no idea. The only thing that they knew, but that was current to them, was this funding for the migrants. So I said to them, I said, you do realize, like, these people came over here, they don't have nothing. You do realize that, right? They don't have nothing. So that little bit of money, I get it. You should be concerned about it, but what are you going to do? What's your plan? Like, I get that y'all upset, but what is it? What is it that you're upset with? Because there's no talk for reparations, but who are you talking to? Who are you with? Who's the a leader, a community leader? Who's the organization? Who have you expressed those things to?
Talking
You
to
know,
you now, son.
so you can have your voice heard. You know,
Brother.
they're not talking to me because you know what I'm saying? I'm too busy trying to create checks. I can't,
Facts.
you know, like I'm too busy
Facts.
trying to go get checks and trying to create ways to make money versus sitting around like asking the person who created these conditions to throw me a bone. Like I,
Facts.
I
Now,
see the bones. I see
real
the
quick,
bones to go get.
I 100% on board with that. At the same exact time, cut the check, right?
Yeah. All day.
Apologize, right? So that we as a whole entire country can start to heal, right? Like what the EL talking about, the black community has been compromised, right? Like we don't even understand when we had a black community for real and what it was look like. We don't even understand how it was compromised,
How it was compromised, right?
right? Like our standards were set by monsters, and these monsters made us abandon our mom and pops to go to the upscale joints, right? Because the standard was was that restaurant. If I can once I can eat there, then I've made it.
Then I made it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Once I can take my woman there, then I will have shown her something better and great. And all those things diminish who you are and what you are because you are not the standard for yourself.
Right.
Right. And you can't do that, right? Like you gotta be like we need brand new standards, bro. Like we need brand new standards. Like it's just like we cannot be taking what Trump say? Trump say that they said that the black people like him, which is because he got indicted. He keeps getting indicted over and over and over again, right?
Oh wow. Okay.
Like pandering and those things, like you shouldn't be allowed to continue to be so blatant,
I think
right?
that's why a lot of people dislike him though. They dislike him because and I had somebody say this to me. I said to them, I said, why you I wasn't advocating because I don't advocate for you know, I'm I'm independent.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, why are you so mad at him, but okay with the other guy who just doesn't isn't vocal about it? Okay. And that was the reason why. It was
That's
because it was because he's vocal about it, but I'm okay with this one over here who do it in silence.
we want to be lied to.
And I was just like,
We want to
see,
lie.
I don't like that. You know,
I don't want at all.
like I
And
rather I don't like that stuff that dude said, what you just shared with me. Like that is, you know, that is what you call that political rhetoric where they just trying to, you know, cater to a whatever. I don't
yeah,
know what he doing. But
yeah. When they go to the quote unquote black churches and
yeah,
do all that stuff,
pandering,
right? And
pandering for votes.
like all that stuff, like get out. Like it should be a straight get out of here with that, right? Like you get an automatic L just for attempting it, right? Because you have no intentions on satisfying us for real.
Yeah, yeah. Like African Americans are not on the agenda of any political party for real, except for maybe, you know, how to keep
Maybe,
how to
maybe,
keep foots on necks,
right? Yeah, right.
you know.
And
And I'm not talking about individually.
yeah, no,
People don't have to people can spend that how they want. I ain't talking about individually because there's a lot of individual successful black African American people. Okay. But collectively, I don't know the biggest black-owned business in America that employs the most black people. I don't. And I don't think there is one. So, you know what I'm saying? It's no integrity in that.
Nah,
And
yeah, and it's crazy because if that were to exist, I can hear the arguments against it saying, "Oh, y'all trying to be like the white folks and trying to have a black owned thing, right, and have a black American owned thing and try to make you like."
I mean, the Asians have Chinese food, right? The Koreans have Chinese food. The Italians have Italian restaurants, you know. What else? I mean, Japan, the Japanese have Nissan and Honda, and
Yep.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
and so I'm just like, so why would we say, it would only be some niggas, you know what I'm saying, that would come up with a reason to, to shoot it down first. That's it. Whoever could get a check
Yeah,
for it, get a
and and
check.
and 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 niggas is right, because the Negro was made on a plantation,
Period.
right? Like that whole mindset and that whole crab in a barrel mentality that was cultivated on the plantation. Crabs don't be in barrels. Crabs be on the beach,
Exactly.
right? Crabs, you
Mhm.
ain't never seen two crabs pulling each other down unless he was trying to mate,
Right.
right? Like,
Right. And then the water in the cage, they just walk right in.
you know
Hook
what I
some,
mean?
hook some chicken up in there. They be all day. Matter of fact, if you got a string where they at, you can go catch crabs all day, man. They put same cheap piece of chicken breast on
The
there. Be
same piece.
all day long.
Same piece, right? Right.
Yeah.
And yeah, right. So yeah, man. Like we like to lie, and integrity goes against the lie. Integrity demands honesty, the truth. Um, and as we discussed last time, the truth hurts. Um, and we don't want to be in pain. That's why that's why there's so much escapism, right? And integrity goes against fun.
Yeah. You said it goes against fun?
Goes against fun, right? And in a I'm not. I'm trying to.
Maybe
I'm
not
gonna say.
fun, but maybe it goes against responsibility.
Yeah,
The
no, it definitely goes against responsibility. But I was trying to think.
Because we can have some honest fun, right? We can have
Yeah. Nah. I wasn't. I'm not saying for us, but I'm saying for the majority of folks,
I got
integrity is not fun. It does not equal fun, right?
right, because it requires work, right? I get what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? Like, again, it's kind of like, you know, it's not the easy way, but things do become easier doing it the right way.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Over
is not. It is not the easiest way to do it,
Mhm,
right? Or it's not the easiest thing to do. However, doing it like that makes things easier,
mhm.
right? And that's where it's kind of like integrity, right? Like, it's not fun, but if you maintain your integrity, like, you really have fun for real.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Yeah, because when we have fun, we have all the fun in the world, for real.
Like, with no worries about bills that
No.
didn't get paid, or you rob Peter to make, like, or this vacation, or I'm gonna pay for this with this credit card. I'm gonna, like, none of that. Like, that's not fun.
That's not fun.
It's not
That's
fun. Thinking
yeah,
about bills is not fun, right? Being
yeah.
able to afford your vacation is fun.
That's right. That's right.
That's
Absolutely.
fun.
Yeah, I vowed some years ago, probably about 2010, 2011. I was like, "Man, I will never pay for a vacation after I get back ever again." you know, and I had done that for years and years and
Yeah,
years.
up
And I was
front.
like, bro, like this, why do I not just pay for everything up front,
Pay for the front.
you know, and then it's done. You got it out the way, you know, like why are you paying? Why you putting everything on cars and then coming back paying for it later? Like who does?
Later, like you paying later.
Yeah, like who does that?
All right, no matter how great your interest rate is, you still paying later.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
that's you didn't have fun. You think you did though.
Well, you know, they might have had fun, but they gonna come back and they pay that bill. That ain't gonna be fun. Every time they making a minimum payments and thinking, you know, you went on a trip for 4 days, for 5 days,
Ooh.
6 days, and then it took you 8 months to pay it off when you came back. It took you the year when you came back to pay
I
it
was about
off.
to say 8 months.
Ridiculous.
That's a disciplined person.
Yeah, that's what discipline. Well, I was disciplined, but not disciplined enough to be like, nah, pay for it before you go. So that was like, you know,
You
6 months, 8 months trying to pay
yeah.
shit off. But yeah, those things like that, man. You learn, you know, you just learn from that stuff and just say, how can I do something better? And that's what we doing, like with all of these words that we bring to Cigar Sundays, is just like examine it, see how it applies to our lives, to your life, to your surroundings, your social
Mhm.
setting, you know, and see if you can do something, see if you can improve your integrity and yourself first. It's all self first, and then everybody else who you share your energy with gets to reap the reward of you building yourself up and self improving. So, you know, it do take discipline, you know, and when you fucking up, your discipline is off. Plain and simple. You ain't being disciplined. You need to tighten up and get back on the discipline train, you know, and
And
maintain.
that's the beautiful thing, right? Like there's no I mean there are crimes that you can not recover from: rape, molestation, anything dealing with children. But for the most part,
Right.
you can start over. You can
Yeah.
you can quote unquote make a mistake and learn your lesson and accomplish your goal better or differently, right? Just don't keep hitting that wall, right? Or keep looking for the easy way out that keep getting you locked up or keep getting you sleeping on somebody else's couch or whatever, right? Like, because that's not easy.
No, it's not easy. It's not easy. And it's always a trade-off.
A terrible one too.
Yeah, there's always a trade-off. So unless a person is cool with the trade-off, then you know, I would have to say they like it. And that's what I say to them young people today. They were saying something. And I said, you could change and do anything you want to do. Like I said, haven't you done things in your life before where you was tired of doing this, so you did something different? And they was like, they act like what I was saying was just like so prophetic, you know, that, and I was just like, wow, like, is it really this bad?
It is.
You know, like
It is
I was
terrible.
like,
It is
damn,
terrible.
because I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Like I talk chat people up, but I ain't like real social out in public like that. But you know, I just happen to be in them. Just they young people. We was engaging in conversation, and I'm like, you know how you've done things in the past where you said, I'm tired of doing this. I want to do something different. I said, do you know that you can apply that to any part of your life? You know, and they were like, really, I can. I was like, damn.
Yeah, bro, you got no hope out here, man. Like everybody is on some old one and done type thing. I made a mistake, so therefore I'm a fuck up forever. No,
Yeah, like nah,
you
you still got breath.
still got breath. Like tomorrow came for you, right? So you can show up, right? What happened yesterday? I own that, deal with that, and move on, right? Like that don't have to, not only does it not have to define you, it 100% don't.
Right. It doesn't.
What does is everything that you do afterwards,
Afterwards, correct. Now, if you
right?
do the shit again, that's you.
That's you. That's you, right? Like it's you.
And you probably like it
And you
because
probably
you keep
and
allowing it
own
to
that.
happen to yourself. Then own that, right?
Own that, right?
Say that's
Own that.
me. Say that's me.
Say that's me. Like I like crazy chicks. Say that.
Yeah.
Right? Say it. Don't be like, man, this girl crazy, man. Keep busting out my windows, man. I need help. And then you go right back to her and tell my man, but I love her, man. That's my
No.
that's
He leave her, but then he get with another chick, and then she's slashing ties.
she said,
You know,
yeah, she ain't busting windows out, she's
yeah,
slashing tires.
slashing ties. Then he leave her and get with another one, and then she
Set
tearing up.
clothes on fire and
Look,
stuff.
she setting clothes on fire and tearing up pictures and breaking stuff on walls, and you know what I'm saying? Like, come
Yeah.
on, man. Like, obviously, then you must like that.
You must not
You
you
must.
beyond like that. You love that.
You love it. You love it.
Like that's you.
You love it. You like drama. You know what I'm saying?
You need it
You
because
need-
because I'm anti that crap, man. Like what?
We need peace.
I need to be able to close both of my eyes
Peacefully.
and get a good night's sleep.
Peacefully. We need peace. The world is going to give you enough problems when you leave the house every single day.
Just because you left the house.
Just because. Go to the grocery store. Go to the corner store. Go to this store. We wear the skin every day, man. So it's always imperative that we have some integrity, we have some self-discipline, self-control, some balance, that we understand those things, that like all it takes. I'm one bad decision, one bad choice away from the grave or the penitentiary. Now, that's something that I live my life is like I'm one bad choice away from the grave or the penitentiary. And as long as I know that, then I'm going to always be mindful of my choices and my actions.
Right. Is punching this person in the face really worth it?
Right.
And it's probably not, right? Because if it was really worth it, they probably deserve way more than just a punch.
Oh yeah, you can't stop there. Like,
if we going up anyway,
man. I'm gonna say this: if you throw one punch, then you're trying to get beat up. Especially if you only throw one at me, so then you're really trying to get beat up.
You trying to get beat up.
Real talk, because if I'm throwing, I'm not throwing one punch.
I'm not throwing.
Coming in combos, so you better be
combos.
Yeah, like so, because we didn't have to get there. We didn't have to go to blows. Like we can talk like adults, like
adults, right? Like adults, children fight and then they become friends afterwards, right? Adults talk out their problems.
Exactly. You always hear me laughing when I'm reminiscing about we used to fight as kids all the time, and I always put the emphasis as kids.
Yeah.
As kids. In my neighborhood, we used to fight. We used to do that. We entertained each other. It was right message. It was all,
It was what we did.
But we still played together. If somebody came around our neighborhood, I bet you we beat the brakes off them. They couldn't come around our neighborhood
every single time.
Even though we might fight each other. You know what I'm saying? But if you came around our street, we was gonna beat you up. For real. But you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, man, as kids,
as
youth, like, and now as an adult, like, you want to talk everything.
Imagine you and I sitting around as adults having a conversation about beating somebody up.
I can't imagine.
Because they came on our block, or for whatever dumb reason, right? Like whatever.
At this age, I can't imagine.
At this age, bro, like
And imagine it.
I cannot. Like
I can't even imagine having to tell another man like in a aggressive tone, like I'll whoop your ass. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't even want to do that
at all. Like, cause
I'd rather just not deal with you because you know what I'm saying? Because you probably gonna get your ass whooped if that's what we got to do.
correct.
See,
Especially if you say,
funny thing,
something back. If you say something back.
God, you know what was used to be so funny when I was in the military? I used to hear these dudes talk about how, oh man, I whoop this person ass, I beat this person up. And I'm like, bro, you probably never had a fight in your life. Like in your whole life, you probably never had one fight. You know what I'm saying? Like not even your cousin. You ain't had your big cousin just come and just yoke your ass up. Like what you gonna do? How you gonna get out of it?
Don't get out of it.
Don't panic. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't never had this, ain't never had that type of training. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, you ain't had, you ain't had a big boy from the neighborhood because you talking so much trash, just want to just bow, you know what I'm saying? And you like, I'm gonna go get my cousin. You know what I'm saying? You can't beat the big boy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But like, come on. So I'm like, you ain't never had none of that. Like, you don't even know where to start to protect yourself.
Yeah.
So how? So how you gonna beat up somebody? How you gonna fight? You ain't never had a fight, bro, in your life. How you even know how to protect yourself? How you hold your hands? Any of that. And these things was like, it don't be no integrity in that shit either. Like, come on, that ain't honest. So I'm like, let's have some integrity. Let's not try to be super tough. All right. Unnecessarily. And let's just, be adults and talk about our situations and resolve our issues amicably, as adults, because that's what we are. And it's going to be more beneficial to us in that manner. It's not going to be beneficial for us to punch each other out, especially if one of the people can't take an ass whooping, then they're going to want to shoot.
Facts. And mind you, whenever I'm talking about punching people in the face, is always to the end, right? Like it's never because that is not the way to solve problems as an adult, right? Like if I joke about punching people in the face, but in reality, if we ever were to come to something like that, it would have to be on some purge type stuff, right? Because
well, purge motherfuckers dying. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Because they set the narrative for it.
Yeah,
because they set the narrative.
I don't think that we have the testicular fortitude to take fights and to take getting your ass whooped, right? I think people would have to die, right? It wouldn't be enough to just you and I resolve our differences, and whoever win. That's just what it is, right? It's we a bunch of punks now, bro. Like
I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to it. I don't know what happened to it, but I know it left. I know it left right around
it left
90 something. It left, with dudes they ain't want to get beat up no more. They ain't want to fight,
Yeah, right.
They need to take an ass whooping. And you know what I'm saying? For real. So I know firsthand. And then it was some people who, took their ass whooping and got on. But but I know firsthand a couple people I got threatened because people that were scared to take that ass whooping. You know what I'm saying? So I know firsthand. And that's what I be talking about. Like, man, you ain't never had nobody tell you they was gonna shoot you. You ain't never had no gun in your face. You know what I'm saying?
That's different.
Yeah, like I really come from that, Ali. You don't hear me popping that shit, like none of that. You know what I'm saying? But I really come from that, bro. Like for real, So that's why I'm like, man, I'm thankful for my whole journey. It's people on my Facebook page who seen that in real life. They know ain't cap. They know this ain't cap. So that's why I'm like, I love everybody for real. When I love you for real. I really pour into the people that I love and I care about. I value my life. I ain't out here living recklessly no more. I got some integrity about myself. You know what I'm saying? And we talking about we left this as a child. This was youth.
Yeah.
So we more than 20 years removed from this nonsense.
Yeah. Super not tough.
Yeah, like, you know, I'm charming now.
Right now,
Don't get it twisted.
I elevated from tough to official.
To official, right? Call me
Official.
Charmin, man. Charmin with it, man. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying?
Huggable now. You could, yeah.
Facts,
You got a
bro.
problem, man. Look, man, if I did something to somebody in the past, man, you know what I'm saying? Come hug me, man. We can get a hug. We can, you know what I'm saying? We can squash it, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Barbecue some wings, whatever, man.
Yeah.
Like, but it's too much life that we got to live and too much things that we can accomplish, you know, together. Like, we could do that. Or you go do that on your own too. You know what I'm saying? But we ain't trying to compromise, you know, nothing that nobody got going on, man. We got integrity over here. And that's what we promoting for everybody. We want people to be honest. And that's what we encouraging. Honesty, integrity, love, you know, compassion, be thoughtful, be mindful.
Consideration. Right.
Yeah. Because it don't hurt. It don't hurt.
It don't, man.
It really don't hurt, man. And it allows relationships to be better. You know, if that's what people value, if they want their relationships to be better, then I think these things that we talk about don't do anything but foster that. You know, give people some type of guideline or something to pick from to apply. You know, and then like we always say, whatever shit you don't want, man, leave it on the table. You ain't got to eat everything. It's America. It's food everywhere.
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 This is the land of milk and honey. But yeah, I got a rap, God.
You know, it's all good, fam. It's been great. You know, we was streaming on Facebook tonight too.
Hey.
Trying to get us on a couple more platforms. Just learn, you know, figuring stuff out.
That's dope.
While we doing what we doing.
Yo, is it a way to stream on your platform, your Facebook and mine, or your YouTube and mine? Like, is it or multiple?
Yes.
Yes. You gotta do that.
So we can do that. We can do that.
Yeah, bring all the audiences in.
We can do that. Yeah, we'd be able to do that.
Word.
Yep. I just got it. And I'm gonna send you an email. We talk offline so we can hook it up. No, but it's simple though. It's simple.
Word.
Yeah, they have it set up that we can link everything up like that.
Awesome.
Yeah. But once again, you know what I'm saying, it's always a pleasure. God, thank you for pulling up. And
always great, bro.
Thank everybody for pulling up tonight. I hope you enjoyed the conversation. Make sure to like and share the video. Also, do us a favor, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you can know when Cigar Sundays goes live. Support your interest in live, okay? Make sure that y'all check out BK Soul Farm and I am Jazz Garcelle. The links are in the description. Make sure y'all go get a copy of that 10/16/160 self-sustainability. Okay. Go and get that. Matter of fact, we're gonna go ahead. Hold up. Hold up there. Yeah, put that up there. Put that up there so everybody can see that.
Got that.
All right. What they need. Tell them where they need to go get that at, God.
BKSoulFarm.com. BKSoulFarm.com, right? That's to get it directly from me. Yeah, it's available on Amazon. It's available everywhere they sell books. But if you want to support me, if you want to support your interests for real, then you'll buy it from me, right? Go to my website, BKSoulFarm.com, and copy yours, right? I'm telling you, man, it's all about supporting your interests. Not trying to sell you nothing, just trying to make you live better.
And just like that, we out. Peace, God.
Peace, God.
Slide of that line, what's your name, what's your sign? Is your legs tired, you been running through my mind. You be looking fine, your type really hard to find. You like 1 + 9, do you get it, you a dime, And can I get the digits to your line? Redefine love while I'm picking through your mind. Trying to see what's your interest. Time we should spend this. Turn to real friends before we get down to the business. Cause first we need respect and trust and love. Bonnie and Clyde type bond. Till death do us. Your friends all mad and mine too, yup. Wishing that they had a real love like us. I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. Oh, come on. Nobody's perfect, but you perfect for me. Anywhere I go with you, feel like the place to be. If I ever got lost, would you wait for me? And if we ain't together, need someone to pray for me. Cause I need you, I would never harm, hurt, mislead you. I just wanna please, feed, tease you. Baby, ain't no need for you to leave. I could give you what you need. Start a life together, plant a couple seeds overseas with you. Yeah. Roll a couple trees with you. If you got a battle, baby girl, I'ma bleed with you. Do your dirty deeds with you. Travel through the breeze with you. Real love is all I need with you. I've been really trying, baby. Trying to hold back this feeling for so long. And if you feel like I feel, baby, then come on. You understand the moves that I make in the streets. Understand what I gotta do just to eat. Rub me on my back and say everything is alright. Baby, I'll be right by your side. For life, yeah. I'm just talking about a real love. The type to have your heart filled up. Through the joy and the pain and the sun and the rain and these hoes in the game. I know love makes things happen. And we gon' stick together till the pig wings flapping. Hold on to our love like opposites attracting. Baby, we can make it happen like a chemical reaction. I've been really trying.